leave their country and go to the U.S. because they know people are going to defect.
Yes.
They're smart enough to know their government system does not work. Therefore, people want to escape. Now, my opinion, and 65 cents might get you a cup of coffee somewhere if you're lucky.
Can I get 65 cents?
No. Get it from the government.
Okay, continue.
Bottom line is, it's a bad idea. Any way you look at it, that is mind control, body control. They are controlling the masses. They're doing whatever they want to do that they think will put them in the most pivotal point of power.
Well, here's the big thing, and I know I've mentioned this out a couple times. I don't know if I've said it on here, but I meant it to a couple friends. But think of it this way, and I'm being serious when I say this, is what are we related to as an animal in the sense of being controlled?
Sheep.
Bingo. So we are sheep and we are told what to do. Mm-hmm. We're herded what to look at, and we're put into a fence, and that's
and that
what
would be called the media.
Well, that's just one aspect of it.
And
because,
being a part of the media, I take offense to what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad remembers a time when media was very nice and it just didn't give its own opinion, and it just said, here you go. And basically, yeah, we're doing our own little opinion on here, but this is our little speech in a sense.
Well, it's the only chance we have to really voice our opinion about what we want. Which reminds me, that brings me to another point.
Uh-oh.
If you have a pet peeve about what's going on in our society today, or you just have a pet peeve that's really pissing you off, you can always go to KMK on the More tab on SocietyBytesRadio.com, and that is Society, BYTES, radio.com. Leave us your comments, your concerns, your questions, and if you have a favorite pet peeve, oh, for God's sake, please leave it.
Heck, if you even want to leave us your phone number and say, I want to be part of the show and contact us, we'll do it.
Absolutely, we will.
We'll bring you on the show and you can talk.
And I'm sure that you have just as many gripes, complaints, and pet peeves as we do. And if you don't, you're living in a very euphoric world. Or you're on really good drugs, one of the two.
Or you're just not educated, as we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, I bet they speak Portuguese, too.
Oh, you got me on that one. That was
Sorry.
Great. No, I love that. That was great. I still can't say that word because of you. Thank you.
You're
you
welcome.
Ruined the language for me.
I know I have.
No, but I was actually going to go on something else there. I totally lost my train of thought there, Kate.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But talking about people that submitted stuff. So we have one from June.
Okay.
From Kansas. And basically she said, people who groom themselves on public transportation.
Okay. Well, now there's more than one reason for somebody grooming themselves on public transportation. Now, here's the crux. You have to determine, are they taking a spit bath on their seat? Are they combing their hair? Are they brushing their teeth? What part of grooming are they going through that's going to piss you off?
Well, I'm thinking, just how you were like talking about spit bath and all this stuff, I'm like thinking like a cat licking themselves going, meow.
Okay, well, that is a spit bath in a sense, yeah, I suppose. However, I've not seen that happen in public before.
No, but I have seen, I think what they're talking about themselves grooming is, I've seen people shave like in their cars. I've seen people put makeup in their cars. I've seen, various things where people are picking their nose, cleaning their ears. Yeah, that's a little disgusting, people.
Yeah, there is a limit to what I will tolerate. However, that having been said, there is also the opportunity to turn your head, walk away. And on most occasions, that is exactly what I do. Because woe be it for me that I might have to do that one day. It could be a job interview, could be all kinds of things. But the bottom line is, if somebody's grooming on a bus, if it's just combing your hair, that's cool. I can live with that. I can understand that. If you're brushing your teeth and spitting on the floor, yeah, I kind of got a problem with that. However, if you got a cup of water and you it could very easily be somebody that's on a way to a job interview. So don't be too critical.
I don't know. I have to criticize some people. It can't be all good. Not
Why
all of
not?
it. Well, some of it could be a little nasty. I mean, like I said, I don't want to see you like picking wax out of your ear and throwing it all over the place and clean your nose without a tooth, not a tooth, but with like a tissue and then
I
just
was
be
going
a
to say, you're going to do that
toothbrush.
with a toothbrush? That's
Yeah.
a dirty ear.
No. I was thinking like go up your nose with a toothbrush and clean it out. Okay, there you go. So, but yeah. So with that, thank you, June, for that pet peeve. We both enjoyed it. It was great. So, one that I really, it's phenomenal. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen since sliced bread. Mm-hmm. People repeatedly hitting the elevator button to make the elevator arrive sooner. Going, mine.
I was going to say, like, it's going to go any faster. You make one connection, that's it, back off. Let's wait for the other people to come up and push it.
That, or I love it, was like, how you have the two-sided elevator doors and you hit the one button and the other side opens. You're like, oh, geez. And you're those are the best ones.
I guess I've been really fortunate not to have to worry about that too much. We're only on the second floor, so if the elevator screws up, going down the stairs is much easier than going up them.
Well, the funny thing is, not all buildings have this, but some of them do, is they have the two-sided elevators in a sense, and when you hit the button, it opens up. I've been told one time I was going to go in one elevator, like, no. What floor are you going to? I'm like, I'm going to this floor. They're like, no, this goes to these floors. You have to use this one to go to these floors. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, geez, there's multiple elevators for different floors.
Yep, been there, done that. Don't like doing it. I like having just one elevator. Get me where I'm going to be done with it.
That's how we play here.
That's how we play here.
So, do you have a pet peeve that you've come across lately there, Kate?
A pet peeve that I've come across lately.
And don't say Speedos.
Oh, well, no, we did that last week.
I know, that's what I said. Don't say Speedos.
No, we did that last week. My pet peeve this week is people that tell you they don't want you to be in their lives, and then they turn around and invite you to dinner. It's like, excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted me out of your life. And now you're inviting me to dinner. The first thing I think of is, what do you have up your sleeve? Because I do not trust that. Are you going to spit in my mashed potatoes? Are you going to throw poison in my iced tea? What are you going to do?
Well, I wasn't going to say poison. I was going to say, where are they going to roofie you and throw you in the gutter?
They make movies about this kind of stuff.
What movies are you watching?
Netflix.
That's not a movie. That's a movie station, but we'll go into that more. But
Well,
I have been on the receiving end of that as well, where it's a very awkward
it
situation.
is extremely awkward, is it not?
Yeah, and you don't know what the heck to do with that.
No, you really don't, because there's a part of you that says, okay, maybe they're trying to make nice. Then there's another party that says, all right, what are they pulling? And then there's another party that goes, where did that come from?
Yeah, like right out of left field.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'll come to the dinner. What can I bring as a side dish?
Exactly. And I'm thinking, this ain't working. I'm bringing booze. I'm gonna be content.
Do you want anything to drink? No, I brought my own. Just
Brought
slam
my
the bottle
own.
down.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's not a little one, it's a big one. Because you
Good.
figure if you gotta go, well, there's nothing saying that you gotta go, but when you live there, you really don't have a lot of choice.
When you gotta go,
And
you gotta
yes,
go.
we are talking about roommates yet again.
Oh, I got something similar on the same facet, but totally different. So relationships, in a sense.
They're so complicated.
They are, but it's so funny, is I went from dating to casually dating to friends, and I found out about the friendship in a different scenario, but I'm not going to get into that. But the funny thing is, person in said, basically, we talk here and there, and that's about it. And lately, I saw them at an event a while ago, They totally saw me, ignored me the whole time. And I was like, fine. But we knew the same people in the event, so we were talking. Next thing you know, as the event went on, they kept getting in my face, like every 5 feet, every 5 feet. And I'm like, and every time I moved away, they kept getting closer. I'm like, what is the point of this? I'm like, are you trying for attention? Because you ignored me at the beginning and I gave you your space and now this. But the funny thing is, the funny side of life is a person randomly contacted me on social media and basically said, just question, were you two dating? And I looked and I said, yeah, why? And they're just like, well, the person says you weren't dating because you really didn't go with them to whatever. And I said, you mean have a relationship? I was like, yeah, we dated briefly, but we never went into a relationship. And apparently this person doesn't know what a relationship to dating is. So that's kind of scary.
Well, yeah, because it's not leading things to a very healthy adulthood.
No. I mean, dating can lead into relationships if you let them go. But the thing is,
True.
you can just date and just date and date and date and say, I'm happy where I am. I don't need a relationship. And relationships to me are a little bit more deep.
They're a little more in depth.
Yeah, they're a little bit more in depth, that you're more emotionally and everything attached.
Invested.
Yes, but here it's just like dating. Oh, I took you on a date. We had a good time. I kissed you on the cheek or whatever. Or, all that stuff.
Was it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is a generation of females and males who do not understand the concept of relationships. Now, at work, they're coached constantly on professional relationships, on how to get along well with your coworkers, but they're never given the opportunity to learn what a real relationship is all about. And one of my favorite pet peeves is somebody that asks you out for dinner and they own you. All of a sudden now, that person has decided, oh, you went out with me once, that means we're in love. Okay, excuse me, I don't remember ever saying anything about that per se. And here we go with roommates again. Okay.
Bum.
Bum. Yeah, I really hate to do this, but, one of these days roommates are going to come and, beat me up in the middle of the night, and hopefully I'm out of there by then. But bottom line is, roommate comes in, says, we're moving somebody else in. Okay, do you know this person? No, I found him on Craigslist. Okay, red flag number 1. Red flag number 2. No rent. Okay, red flag number 3. Now she's cooking dinner every other night for this person. She's staying out until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with this person. Now, the fun part is, he lives there. I mean, now seriously, folks, this is nuts. He's got a place attached to this place. I mean, I can't say much because I have to be very, very careful what I say here because I don't want to get sued and I don't want any problems. But the bottom line is this person all of a sudden found out that this roommate could be very easily manipulated. Now, that really bothers me because that shows a direct lack of concern or conscience for what is going on. And now, all of a sudden, this person has made the decision that the current roommates now have to be thrown out because we interfere with their plan. Now, that's a major pet peeve of mine because this person does not know us, does not know who we are, doesn't know anything about us, but yet is of the opinion that his don't stink. Excuse me.
Well, let's continue this thought after a break.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Bye.
Bye.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now. 800-329-7516. That's 800-329-7516. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. Don't fight addiction alone. Their advisors are ready to take your call. Your future is still a bright place. The help you need could be one call away. 800-329-7516. That's 800-329-7516. This call is completely confidential, and if you have private insurance,